Welcome back, guys. As you know, my kitchen is always in need of a deep clean, and today is that day. We've got a bug zapper filled with deceased flies, cobwebs, dust, an unfortunate mouldy banana I found in the cupboard. It was hidden underneath some packets and, well, had got forgotten about and was a home and roost, whatever you want to call it, for a colony of fruit flies. It was absolutely disgusting. Unfortunately, my camera stopped recording at the time I was cleaning it out, so you're going to miss all that ooey, gooey, yucky goodness. But it was there. Trust me, it was there. I mean, look at the filth on there. I'm sure you can trust me, the banana was in the cupboard. Anyway, as I'm sure a few of you know, we are going to be having a new heating system installed very soon. So this is going to be a good deep clean. I'll be doing a much more thorough, even deeper deep clean once the new heating system is installed. Now, what is that going to look like? You're all wondering. Well, my kitchen, as you can see, is 3 different colours. It's this bluey green, is it teal, aquamarine? I have no idea what colour that is, but it's kind of a bluey green. It's also black, it's also cream. There's white, there's wood, there's chrome. There is just a whole mess of different attitudes, different styles and all sorts going on in this kitchen. So it is all going to change colour once the heating is installed. As is the rest of the house is going to get made over too. I'm not entirely sure what room I'm doing first, but they are all going to get done slowly but surely. And as each room gets done, each room is going to get a massive overhaul, deep clean. I'm going to install storage. There is going to be a place for everything, and if it doesn't go in its place, then it's going to go. I'm tired of having things around the house like that pressure cooker that is on top of the units there. We haven't used that in years. Why do we still have it? God alone knows why we still have it. It just sits up here collecting dust. We may as well get rid of it and find something we do use, because this is pointless having it. And if down the line we find actually we do need the slow cooker, then we can buy another one. It's not a great big problem. So it will be going. Now, I did get this handy little scrubber that comes with the pink stuff. It's like a little electric toothbrush thing. And it really got in the grains on this door. They're wooden effect. So they've got like little wood grains in, and all the dust and muck and dirt gets in between those little wood grains and is a nightmare to clean out. So that little toothbrush really helped me scrub these doors down and get them really, really clean. I was actually surprised how much muck it got out. Now, I do love doing these deep cleans. And honestly, you wouldn't think it to look at the amount of cobwebs and grime and muck that appears. But in all honesty, it takes me a while to build up the energy to get round to a deep clean. If you've seen my videos before, you know my house gets out of control very easily, very quickly, and at least once a week, I am cleaning up a huge mess from the week. I get 1 weekday off and I get my weekend off. My weekend is spent running around on errands or seeing family and friends, so I don't really get the weekend. I get 1 day a week where I can clean. That 1 day a week is then filled with doctor's appointments, because obviously doctors don't work at weekends. It's full of dentist appointments. It's full of housing association appointments, because nobody works at the weekend. So my 1 day off when I get to do these deep cleans is filled with appointments and people coming out to the house. So I don't often get to do one. But I made the effort. I got to do one today. Actually, this deep clean did spread over 3 days. I got some done on my day off. Then I got some done on Saturday, and I got some done on a Sunday. So I did manage to get the whole kitchen deep cleaned, but I did do it over 3 whole days. This cupboard and the long one below it that sort of runs behind the cooker are the most annoying, awful designs of cabinet I have ever seen in my life. You can't use most of this space. This shelf that I just cleaned, the top shelf, is way too high for any of us to actually reach any products on. So it's completely useless it being there. It normally only gets like baking stuff put on there because we don't bake a lot in this house. So when we do get baking stuff, it gets thrown up there, forgotten about, and then every so often I do a kitchen deep clean and I throw away all the gone off past their best baking products. But even on this shelf that we can reach, you see in the back there is a pack of flour. That pack of flour, I've no idea how long it's been here, but you can only really use the sides of the cupboard. That far back corner, everything just gets crammed into there and pushed right to the back. This is the worst design of cupboard ever. It's totally impractical. It really is. I hate it. I would rather have 2 separate cupboards than this weird corner cupboard thing. It's just ridiculous. Guys, if you are wondering, that small black dot you can see on the right hand side of your screens is not muck that I'm refusing to scrub off. It is actually a screw hole. I was watching this video back and I saw that and thought, why did I not scrub that off? So I went and checked why I hadn't scrubbed it off. Was it a stain? What was it? Yeah, it's a screw hole. It's fine. It won't come off. It's supposed to stay there. This is about where my camera broke. I managed to clean out one side of this cupboard and then everything freezes. I have no idea why it did that. When I film, I do film on my phone and I use the back camera. It just gives a much clearer video, but it means I cannot see the screen while I'm recording. So this obviously has frozen and there really is nothing I can do about it because I don't know. So we're going to move on to the doormats. Now usually I do throw these in the washing machine, but I have recently been told by an engineer who came out to fix the tumble dryer that my washing machine probably isn't going to be safe to use much longer because, well, the suspension arms at the bottom of the washing machine where they join the chassis are actually putting that much strain on the chassis, it's starting to crack. If it gets to a point where that crack goes all the way through, then the drum will be like basically free flowing in the actual washing machine unit itself. And that, while not dangerous, probably isn't going to be great. It's going to be really loud and really scary. So I don't want to put my doormats into the washing machine. And while Dale was pressure washing outside anyway, I thought, go on then, you can give the mats a good pressure wash, and actually it really did them the power of good. I noticed when he first sort of wet them down before we put the washing up liquid on, that these mats seem to have some sort of water resistant property, which seems really stupid for a mat. If you've got a doormat, you want it to absorb the water and the mud. This just seems to deflect it, so I'm not sure what's going on, and I'm hoping using the pressure washer on it like this is going to blast off all the dirt, the grime, and whatever has made that water resistant property on top. So far so good. I've not actually tested it with like water to see if it's less water resistant, but maybe I'll do that in a day or so. While Dale was playing with the pressure washer, I decided to enlist him to clean my bins as well. I detest cleaning my bins. I'm happy to spray the outside down with like an antibacterial cleaner, but inside gets yucky, gungy, nasty. Ugh. So yeah, while you've got the pressure washer, babe, get in that little bin and give it a good blast out. That means I don't have to stick my hand in there and scrub it. And they came up beautifully clean. All I did after this was go with some antibacterial spray and give them a good spray. However, they did then stay outside for the duration. I haven't put them back in yet because it seemed to be working so much more practically that I didn't have the bins in the kitchen. But also, these bins are falling apart. I do need some new ones, and maybe leaving them out of the kitchen could be an excuse to get myself some nice new bins. Because the lids on these are falling apart. It's absolutely ridiculous. And that's probably because none of us put the rubbish out when the bins get full. We just sort of squished the lid back down on top and it's broke the lid. So I don't know whether I should bother getting new ones or not. Either way, they're lovely, shiny and clean. And then last but not least, we do have the little doormat. Yep, I have two doormats. The first one is that big one. The second one is this little one. It's because that first one is so useless at grabbing any muck, water, anything like that. I have to have the second one because hopefully by the time the dog has got past the two mats, his feet will be dry enough to not walk mud and wet and God knows what else around the house. Okay guys, we're back inside now. Now this oven I am going to be selling. I want to get a single oven rather than this double oven. We only use one side anyway, so it's pointless having the two sides. It also means that at the back of this kitchen here, we will be able to get the tumble dryer or something up there, which will mean that we might get some counter space back. Although I am planning on getting a dishwasher. So actually, no, it won't mean we get counter space back. But this kitchen is so small, genuinely, that the counter space I have left, I can fit 4 dinner plates on. That's it. If I put 4 dinner plates on my countertop, I have no more room for anything else. I'll show you. I'll film a short one day of it, because it is ridiculous that 4 dinner plates take up all your counter space. What it does mean though is that the top of this oven does become used like a counter. We often make sandwiches on here, or dish up food on here, whatever we need, because it's the only space we have. I am hoping that once we get the smaller cooker, the tumble dryer can go up this far end right next to the cooker, and the tumble dryer can perhaps become part of a countertop. Who knows? I want to redesign this whole kitchen anyway. It is totally impractical and useless. We've got one cupboard that we can use food, and that's that tiny corner one I was cleaning out earlier. The one at the bottom is what they refer to as a blind cupboard. So I can open my cupboard door and I can see the space in front of me about the same width as the cupboard door. Now, up the side of the oven, under that countertop, is the rest of my cupboard. But I can't reach round into it. It goes that far back. Stuff disappears into there forever. I can't clean it out. It is pitch dark. It's generally full of cellar spiders and things like that. It's generally just not a nice place. It's also really thick with mould behind there. It's disgusting. I really need to get the Housing Association out to see to that. But for now, we are deep cleaning. The rest of it can be done at a later date. I can't replace the kitchen. Well, I can. But it's something that the Housing Association are planning on doing soon. So I'll probably just keep moaning at them, get them to come out and finally check the mould and do something about it. And maybe during that process, they will hopefully replace the kitchen cabinets for something we can actually use. I don't understand why they're all on that one wall. Why not put them on what is now my bluey green wall? I could have a whole row of cupboards I could actually use on that wall. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, cleaning the fly zapper. This thing is really manky. The dog's terrified of it. If we have it on, we have to shut him out of downstairs, because if he realises it's on, he totally freaks out and has actually run away before now. When we had the scaffolders in, they put the scaffolding in such a way that we couldn't close the side gate. Now, this really isn't a massive problem because Woody doesn't run away. However, we put the fly zapper on. And we knew he was, nervous of it, he didn't like it when it popped and zapped. But we didn't realise he was as scared as he was. So we turned the fly zapper on and let him out to use the facilities. The next thing I know, there's a knock on the front doors. What the hell's that? It's this lovely couple that have brought Woody home. He had gone out of the side gate because the scaffolding men, like I say, had put it in such a way that we couldn't shut the gate. And Woody had just run away. Yeah, he's that frightened of this. So now if we have it on, we do shut the kitchen door and make sure he is shut well away from it. He has no idea it is on. We also turn it off before we bring him downstairs to go out to the toilet or do anything downstairs with us. Woody spends most of his day upstairs asleep on our bed. He's a very antisocial dog. It's really weird. When we get up in the mornings, Woody will go upstairs to our bed and he will stay there all day unless the back door is open for him during summer, and then he will stay in the garden all day. When we come in and we go to bed, Woody, who was on our bed all day, will come downstairs. He spends maybe 5-10 minutes having cuddles with us, but then he'll come downstairs. He's quite an antisocial puppy. Okay, so now I am just moving on. Like I said before, when I do the big redecoration deep clean, I want to make sure there is a place for everything and everything will be put in its place. If I don't have a place for these things, then they're gone. They will just be gone. Obviously, if they do belong to other members of the family, I will clarify with them that, this stuff is going. I'm not just going to start throwing their stuff away. But if they insist on keeping it and it doesn't have a nice place, or they can't come up with a place, then it will go in their space. So let's say Dell has a load of random stuff dumped in this kitchen. He doesn't, but let's say he did. I wouldn't be throwing it away. It would just be put upstairs on his side of the bed or in his bedside table, because that will be his space for his things, and he can have it as disorganised or as organised as he wants. The same goes for the kids. Also, like I said, I am going to get a dishwasher, and this means that there is no longer going to be this mountain of washing up on the sides. You can see how tiny the space is here. That's literally just like washing up from the night before. And it looks like we haven't cleaned out here for months. That's how bad it is. Now, there is a lot of stuff on this counter from the cupboards above where I've emptied them out. But yeah, that's just washing up. It's just a nightmare. Okay, so while I continue to clean, let me take you through the plans for my kitchen. Alright, so starting with the cupboards and the units, they are going to be a light wood. I want them a light wood colour. I am going to use like a sticky back plastic for that, so they are a nice wipeable wood that's just going to look so pretty. I can't wait. I'm not changing out the handles because I do still like those, so they are going to stay. The awful cream tiles that I did try to paint green at one point, so now are this weird cream colour with like neon green grouting and staining. It's just ugh. They are going to be this beautiful mix of like beige cream and brown and dark brown in like a mosaic patterned tile. I found the exact tile I want. It was so hard to find it. I knew exactly what I was looking for, but I did find it. So all the splashbacks and the tiles around the back of the cooker and stuff like that, they are all going to be those mosaic style with the beige, light brown, dark browns, all that jazz. So they are going to be on there. The walls are going to be a beautiful warm taupe colour. So you're sensing the theme. It's going to be woods, browns, although quite light, still quite warm. I am planning on getting some new lino for the flooring. Now that is also going to be wood, not wood flooring because it's going to be lino, but it's going to look like wooden flooring. I'm not sure the pattern yet. I think maybe a wishbone. Not entirely sure. Haven't found the exact one I want yet, but I will. All around the tops of the cabinets, I am going to have possibly some faux flowers, possibly some real ones. I'm not sure, but I want some flowers up the top there to look pretty and to stop us dumping stuff on the top of those units, because it just gets dumped up there and forgotten about. So hopefully those plant pots, either fake or real, don't know which yet, is going to stop us doing that. There is also going to be a taupe style door curtain. Taupe is a colour, not a style. But either way, there is going to be a taupe door curtain, which should help during the winter months, preventing literally an Arctic gale blowing through our back door. It is terrible. I'm also going to switch out the lovely blue blind I have in here at the moment. That's going to be switched out for a taupe, because I don't think the blue will go with the taupe. And I just don't want the clash of colours. So that's going to change to a brown or a taupe kind of colour as well, and hopefully complement the door curtain. But last but not least, I am going to be getting some curtains for the kitchen window as well. So it's going to have a roller blind like it has at the minute, but it is also going to have drawable curtains across the roller blind, just again to help during the winter to keep that cold out. I have found some storage solutions that I'm going to have in here. The microwave is actually going to be raised up, which will give us more counter space. I found a lovely little unit that can sit on, so that's going to be happening. And there is just, there's going to be so much going on. All this white countertop, this is sticky back plastic, where we used to have Buzz and Cassie. They used to steal off the side a lot. So that is going to be changed out for new sticky back plastic surface stuff in a wood effect as well. And I am kind of hoping I can actually box in the tumble dryer and washing machine and all those units. So when you walk in, you're not sort of greeted immediately by this wall of ugly appliance and this massive gap. If you look to the right of the tumble dryer here, you can see all the pipe work down the back, and it's just ugly. So I'm hoping that maybe I can put something in there that we can slide out so we can still access the plugs and the tap for the hose pipe, but not see it all the darn time because it just looks horrible. So yeah, I may also get a radiator cover to pop over that horrible radiator there. But again, we have to wait for the housing association. I don't know how big that's going to be. The skirting boards are no longer going to be black. They are going to go a cream colour to hopefully complement the teal. I think that's going to look so nice. So that is my plans for my kitchen. As I said, there's going to be new appliances coming in. There will be a new cooker. There will be a new dishwasher. There will be a new washing machine because my one's almost kaput. And yeah, I can't wait. I genuinely can't wait. Guys, we're now on day 2. I am taking my mats outside and I'm going to give them a good whacking like they used to do in the good old days. They used to take their rugs and mats outside, throw them over the washing line and hit them with like it was a carpet paddle thing. I'm going to use my broom or whatever I can find and just give it a good whack because, as I said, we do have builders in at the moment. There is a lot of sand, grit, dust and debris being walked into the house. And I don't want it getting ingrained into the mats. So every day during this deep clean and while I've got the builders in, I am taking my mats outside and giving them a good whacking so it knocks all the loose dirt, grit and sand out of them. As I've said in a previous video, my shark hoover just isn't meeting par at the moment. It's cleaning, but it's not giving that deep down clean like it used to. Now, someone did suggest, very helpfully, thank you, in one of my other videos that I should contact Shark and tell them it's not working that well because they do have a 5-year warranty. However, I have no proof of when I did purchase my Shark. So I literally have no evidence to say to them this thing is under 5 years old and they need to fix it. So I think I might just have to purchase a brand new Shark, maybe a Dyson, I don't know. Keep the receipts and that way then if anything goes wrong, like it stops sucking properly, I can use that 5-year guarantee. But for now, because it's not working as well as it should, I am taking the mats outside to just whack all that mucky, gritty out of them and make sure that when they come back into my house, they are yummy, scrummy and clean. I was going to do a hands and knees scrub of these floor tiles because they are so heavily marked and stained. I think only some bleach and a good scrubbing brush is going to bring them up nicely. But then I thought, you know what? No. Once the Housing Association do put in the new heating, I'm going to be redecorating. So there's going to be new lino going down in here. So I saved myself some time and I saved myself some bother and I didn't do a scrubby floor video. Now, guys, let me know in the comments if you would like to see a scrubby floor video and I will do one for you, especially for you. Even though I'm putting lino down, if you want, put it in the comments that you would like a scrubby floor clean video and I will make that happen. You will be able to hopefully see the transition between stained old social housing floor all the way through to clean housing association floor to redecorated housing association floor. So please, like I say, let me know in the comments if you would like that scrubby floor clean video and I will endeavour to make it happen for you. I have had this draining board thing for so long. I suspect 10 years, but I don't know exactly how long. But it has been many, many years I've had this. And I will not be getting rid of it because it's so handy dandy. It came from Betterware. which is a company here in the UK. I don't know if they're still going. I suspect they are. But they're a company here in the UK that sell all sorts of things. They come around to your house with like a little magazine that they post through your letterbox, and you pick the things you want or don't want. You leave the little order slip in the magazine on the front doorstep, and the agent comes round, collects your catalogue, fills your order, comes round to the house, knocks on the door, you pay them for your goods, and that's how it works. It's a fantastic little company. I'm not sure if you can order online with them or not. And no, this video is not affiliated or related to it in any way. I just love this drainer so much. So yeah, I'm going to keep this, but it does show you how small of a counter surface we are working with. These things aren't massive. They probably could hold maybe 2 dinner plates laid side by side. And that would probably even be a struggle. So they're not massive draining boards. They're not designed to be massive. They're designed to just help you out a little bit and then be stored away in your cupboard. But this small kitchen accessory takes up almost all of my counter space. It is insane. This also, guys, will show you how quickly my kitchen falls into disrepair because there is just nowhere to put anything. So I'm literally cleaning up after I did the deep clean yesterday. So bits have been pulled out of the cupboard, dropped on the side so you can find things at the back and things like that. But this is how quickly my kitchen descends into chaos. If I'm not constantly on it, putting things away, it looks like I haven't done it for months. And that's not the case. It's literally been, a few hours. I think by the end of the day, I went up to bed and yeah, we just had our evening meal, stuff like that. So this kitchen really does need a good overhaul, some more storage solutions and just better work. I can't wait to get the dishwasher because hopefully then, like I say, we could just pop the dirty dishes in there and it'll also give us more storage space. We can keep the clean dishes in the dishwasher rather than in the cupboard. And that will give us more cupboard space that we don't need. So that's kind of pointless mentioning it, isn't it, Raquel? Anyway, on with the show. Let's keep cleaning instead of listening to me ramble about nonsense. So I was hoping to get my window revamp video done. I have been promising you guys that I will get one done, and you have been asking for it, and I will get one done. And I thought today was going to be the day. This is day 3 of the kitchen deep clean. I've pretty much finished everything in here. The only thing I've got left to clean now are the appliances. Now, I'm going to confess a little something here, guys. I did get bored on day 3 of this kitchen deep clean. And while I cleaned out the tumble dryer, that's all I managed to do. I didn't put a clean cycle through the washing machine. I did not clean out the fridge, and I most certainly did not scrub my oven. I think that's one of the worst jobs going, scrubbing out your oven. So yeah, the last job you're going to see me do is cleaning out the tumble dryer. But like I say, I did think today was going to be the day that I would do the window deep clean. It just didn't happen that way. The thing with me is I get bored very, very quickly. So I'm doing this outside of the window and I realise I can't quite reach up to the top. We don't really have a little step stool or a step ladder. So I'd have to drag a dining chair out here to stand on that. That means the dining chair is going to get wet and I don't really want to ruin our beautiful oak dining chairs. So yeah, that kind of threw me into it. Well, if I can't reach the top, I can't do it all, I can't be bothered kind of an attitude, which I know it's wrong, but this is really real world and I'm not going to hide anything from you guys. That is just how my brain works. That was a little too much effort for my brain to go to. So I gave up. I stopped. Now, some things, yes, I like putting the extra effort in. And some people will say I do too much, like scrubbing Dell's cup with a Brillo pad instead of just putting bleach in his cup. You know, some things I enjoy doing, and I do them the long way round because I enjoy doing them. Other things, my brain just goes, nah, that's boring, and doesn't want to do them. So I just don't manage to get them done. Anyway, rambling again. So this is the Tumble Dryer Clean. This is also on my shorts, guys. So if you want to see a shorter version of that, it's also partly in one of my other videos where I constantly get interrupted throughout the day. So there are a couple of videos linked in with this video, guys. So if you want to check that out, there will be a link above. With these lint traps, I was told that if the water just runs across the surface and doesn't actually run through the mesh, it's because you've got a build-up of like washing detergent or fabric softener on that mesh. So you need to give it a good scrubbing with some soap to break that down and allow water to pass through it. Now, I'm not entirely sure because I can't remember the ins and outs of that video, so perhaps someone in the comments can enlighten us. If the mesh is clogged up with like detergent or fabric softener, this could be what is hindering your drying, I believe is what she said, because obviously it can't vent through there properly. It also can't catch as much lint properly because it's not venting properly through there. So while yes, I was cleaning all the filters like I should have been, I was emptying the lint trap like I should have been, I didn't ever think to wash the lint trap. It never gets dirty. It never gets clogged up with lint. I just never thought it was getting clogged up with detergent and fabric softener. So there you are, guys. If your dryer isn't drying properly or isn't like catching all the lint properly, it might be worth just giving that a wash when you clean all your filters as well. If it's still not drying properly, then 100% call in an engineer. In fact, call in an engineer anyway. These things, after I nearly had a small fire in the house because of a dryer, dryers are not to be messed with. So if yours is doing something it shouldn't be doing or not doing something it should be doing, once you've done your basic maintenance, you've checked your filters are clean and all that sort of thing, I think it is extremely, extremely important that you get a qualified engineer in to check what is happening and why it is not doing what it should be doing or is doing something it shouldn't be doing. I can't remember if I just said that, but guys, make sure you're getting professional to check your tumble dryers if it's not working the way it should, because it's just so dangerous. And I don't think I need to tell everybody, but I'm going to anyway while we're on dryer safety. Please, guys, do not start your tumble dryer running and then swan off out of the house for the day. So dangerous. So dangerous. Honestly, no, I know people have said it to me before. Don't do it. Oh, it's dangerous. And I'm just like, yeah, but it will cut itself off. And we do have the RCD breaker, so if anything goes wrong, it will trip out. After that plug melted, and it never blew the fuse, it never blew the breaker, I now have a whole new respect for dangerous appliances. And this one is a biggie. So it gets turned off at the mains, and I never, ever leave it running if I'm even planning on going for a nap. It will stay on only while I am awake and in full control of the house. So there you go, guys. It really has changed my opinion on things. I know I said that the tumble dryer would be the last thing I cleaned, but I was wrong. Yes, I'm always blooming wrong. Do you know, I swear as I get older, I'm more wrong than ever. I always seem to be wrong these days. It's just the way my brain works. It just won't work in the correct manner. Anyway, moving on from my brain again. I had to clean the tiles. Now, when we cook food, this is the tiles that surround the cooker. When we cook food, it does spatter and things like that. I don't clean these tiles. I'm ashamed to admit it. When I'm cleaning the kitchen, I don't clean the tiles. It's not something I think to do. So these are thick with probably years worth of grease and food spatter. And it never ever occurred to me that maybe I should wipe down and clean them every day, because they're not really a surface you touch. They're not a surface you use. So does it matter if they're dirty? Well, actually, yeah, it kind of does. So I started with just some fairy liquid and the scrub daddy thing that's on the Dishmatic head. Or is the Dishmatic head? That is so hard to say. Anyway, I start with just fairy liquid and the Dishmatic head, giving it a good scrub. That doesn't get a lot off. So I end up pulling out the trusty old pink stuff paste. When I tell you guys that the pink stuff paste cut through it like you would not believe, well, I'm not wrong. The pink stuff paste just whoosh and breezed through this without any problems. So my tiles now are all scrubbed and they are all clean, and there is no more food debris on them. And I will be making a bigger effort to make sure my kitchen is more clean and more hygienic, because honestly, yeah, guys, I am embarrassed to share the fact that I don't clean my splashbacks as much as I should. Well, I don't clean my splashbacks at all. Like I said, it just never occurred to me to even bother doing it. And it's only by sharing this stuff with you all that I realised that actually some of my habits are incredibly lazy. Some are disgusting, like these tiles. And actually, it helps me reevaluate myself. So thank you all for subscribing to this channel, allowing me to make videos for you, but also allowing me to look back at myself and make the changes I didn't even know I needed to make. I was just happy blundering through my life. Yeah, my splashbacks were dirty, but no one was going to die because of them. And I thought that was okay. And yeah, kind of is okay. You know, like I say, no one's going to die because the splashbacks are dirty. But it's not okay for the person I want to be. And it's not okay that every summer my house feels full of flies, probably because they're attracted to the smell of God knows how many years worth of grime and food that's on my splashback tiles. So, like I said, once again, I just want to say a sincere and deep, heartfelt thanks to every single one of you that is watching my videos and is a subscriber and sends me love and support, because you guys are helping me to become the person I want to be. You are literally helping me take the small steps to make the big changes. So thank you so, so much. I'm going to leave you all with some squeaky clean tiles. And I'm going to see you all again really soon in the next video. Bye for now, guys.